$2,000 worth of pork chops, ribs, and other meat stolen in the middle of the afternoon from a busy HEB.
Downtown Grosse Pointe, quiet and picturesque. The last place you'd expect to see something like this happen. A customer at Cold Stone Creamery goes crazy and attacks a teenage clerk.
I was relieved.
35-year-old Rachel Blackshear and her daughter Jayla were found dead in Anchorage, Alaska. Police arrested 39-year-old.
I feel empty. Like, if you see Princess, you see Precious. If you see Precious, you see Princess. And it's not going to be that no more. It's just
Hey, y'all. Y'all know, I'm clicking the wrong damn. Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PG Time. PG Time. Tune in on PG Time. PG Time. Come join us on PG Time. PG Time. Join us on PG Time. PG Time. Yeah.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus. Let me put it on the page here. The missus. Oop, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? I hope y'all didn't see that. It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses. Mwah. You know, he ain't even on the show today. I thought he was coming to pick up a light or something, and he came and hit the button. I'm not gonna yell at him, y'all. I'm not gonna yell at him. Let's try this again. It's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. I did it without that other thing. What's going on, y'all? I got a show for y'all tonight, baby. We gonna laugh. Some people might cry. I don't know. They might cry. I ain't gonna cry. I done seen these clips like 4 or 5 times today. Because when I tell you, my system just kept breaking down on me. Seemed like, I'm like, what is going on in the city of the missus? But we got it back up and going. I was able to download my clips, so we ain't got to, be on pause or anything like that. Hey, Felicia. First time viewer. I love your energy already. Hey, girl. Hold on, let me clap for your ass. Thank you. Felicia, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I'm so glad you're here. And to each and every person that's out there, if this is your first time watching, welcome. Welcome. Oh, I forgot to show my little welcome banner. Welcome to PGT time. I appreciate you. I really, really do. And please don't forget to subscribe. We have went past our 1,000 subscribers. Yes. I am so thankful. We just celebrated my 1-year anniversary, which was last weekend. Was it last weekend? Or not? The weekend before last now. But we had a great time. I had people from all over that came out to support me. I thank you so much. But baby, I got a show for y'all tonight. So we finna get started. Hey, my mama in love. Hey, mama in love. We're going to call her Mama Peach Love. That's what we're going to call her, Mama Peach Love. This is my mother-in-law, Carmen Hogan. And y'all already know that y'all call my mama, Carolyn Murray, Mama Peach. So we're going to call Carmen Mama Peach Love. Mama Peach Love. So we finna go on ahead and get started, y'all. Like I told you, we got a show for y'all tonight. I do have some announcements to make. I'll probably be making them in the middle of the show. But besides that, let's get started with these clips. Now, to everybody this is your first time watching, y'all in for a show tonight, especially with what I'm finna play right now. If this is not your first time watching, I got something new for season 2. Y'all ready for it? You ready? This is something new for season 2. Now, y'all know let me show y'all this right quick. You know how I will always show this during the show, fair use for educational and entertainment purposes. I always show that during the show, in the middle of the show. Probably done forgot 3 clips down the line, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to play it. But don't worry, We got something new for season 2. So I really hope y'all enjoy it. And here we go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Hey, block me if you want to. Block me if you want to. Copyright me if you want to. We at 100K, baby. We at 100K. We doing some big things, y'all. We doing some big things. So let's go ahead and get started with our news broadcast, because that's what we play over here. We talk about crime all over the United States, and we bring it to the forefront, baby. We bring it to the forefront. So here we go.
Downtown Grosse Pointe, quiet and picturesque. The last place you'd expect to see something like this happen. A customer at Cold Stone Creamery goes crazy and attacks a teenage clerk.
I was relieved that I didn't see anybody hop over the counter and escalate further. They called the police right away, gave a great description.
The violence only lasts a few seconds, a surveillance camera capturing everything. Visibly angry and screaming, the customer grabs a vase with flowers and throws it at the employee. Then she grabs a scale and throws that too.
It's approximately 20 pounds with 4 corners. It could have caused serious injury. And then when you fall, she falls and she runs into it looks like a little metal refrigerator. There's a knife really close to it. I mean, it's just dumb luck that she wasn't seriously hurt.
While police say what happened on April 27th is an isolated incident, the people behind the counter say this woman is no stranger to the ice cream place. And wait till you find out what they believe prompted her to commit this crime.
In fact, they said the assailant was a frequent shopper at the store, and they'd been in there multiple times, and there was a disagreement over the order. She was unhappy with the order that she was getting.
Off camera, a store manager told Fox 2 that the woman was upset about the portion size, thought she wasn't getting what she paid for, even though the manager says the employees always measure out the ice cream before selling it to the customers.
Out of all the ways to handle yourself and all the things to be upset about, that's not worth it.
And miraculously, police say that the 17-year-old girl was not badly injured, just minor injuries. Meanwhile, take another look at this suspect. This is a close-up of her. And of course, police do have video of her leaving with her family, as well as this still photograph of her vehicle, a silver minivan with black rims. If you know who she is, do the right thing and call Grosse Pointe Police and ask for the detective division.
All right. So before I comment, let me say this. I forgot to say it at the beginning of the show. Explicit language, and everything is allegedly. Now, let me say one more thing before I comment. I love you, mama-in-law. Mwah. Let me give you one of these kisses. I love you. Don't log off when I say this one time. I just gotta say it this one time. This one time, mama-in-law. Okay, y'all ready for my comment? Her fat ass. How dare her? How dare her? How dare her sit there because she feel like she ain't get enough. If you don't pay for an extra scoop, you mean to tell me you done threw a whole, what is that thing called? The weigher. You done threw the whole weigher at this little girl. Because they didn't give you enough scoops. Baby, do you know how many times they didn't give me enough French fries? Y'all know I ain't lying. They ain't gave me enough French fries in my little bucket, my little paper bucket, or whatever. They didn't give me enough. But Pooley has gotten so upset one time. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't give him enough fries. So how dare you sit there like my mom-in-law said, scale? How dare you sit there and throw the whole scale at this girl? You done lost your man. You lost your man. She deserved to go to jail. I hope they find her. All they gotta do is go back to the ice cream place. She gonna come back. You better believe that heifer coming back, baby. She coming back. And y'all better give her another extra scoop when she come back. Why? Because if you don't, she gonna do it again. She gonna do it again. She don't care. Apparently, she don't care. She has nothing to lose. Then y'all see the little girl walking with them. What is you teaching her? If she don't get her scoop in half, turn up. Baby, the little girl look like she just waiting. Like, mama, if she would have hopped across there, mama, I got you. I got you, mama. No. Black people, no. We cannot continue to do this. We just can't. Okay? Now, I just showed y'all a clip where the woman from the inside the store threw hot grease on the customer. Hot grease. Like, y'all is getting this upset over these restaurant places that probably ain't paying you nothing for about $10,000, $11,000 an hour. Not saying ain't nothing wrong with that. But there's something wrong with it when you sitting up here fussing and arguing with some people that can cause you to go to jail and be away from your own kids. I'm just saying, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. You picked up the whole scale. The whole scale and threw it at this baby. Oh, some ice cream. Offer free ice cream one day. You know, and then the workers just sat there, y'all. The workers just stood there like they was in disbelief. Baby, couldn't have been my job. And I don't even work at one of the places. I work at a hospital. That's where I work at. Couldn't have been my job. Not with me and my friends. Baby, everybody would have been turning up. Do you hear me? Everybody. It wouldn't have been we just gonna sit there and watch. And we in shock. No. You can't be coming to nobody's place of employment acting a fool like that. You just can't. Goodness. She gonna set her fast self down somewhere. Shoot, she don't need to be in there anyways. Sorry, but she don't need to be in there anyways. She be at home somewhere on that treadmill or something. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
A suspected double murderer from Alaska is found hiding on Staten Island. A raid by Homeland Security agents and NYPD detectives ended this cross-country search. And now this double murder mystery has a disturbing twist. Chief Investigative Reporter Jonathan Dienst has more now. John.
The suspected Alaska killer hiding here in New York is also an accused child rapist. HSI agents and police were seen earlier today making the arrest in the Emerson Hill section of Staten Island. 39-year-old Jelani Blackshear taken into custody after an Alaska to New York manhunt. Investigators searching the Harold Street home where he was believed to be hiding out. They say Blackshear, a correction officer, used a shotgun to shoot and kill his 14-year-old daughter and her mom back on April 15th. This after the teen accused him on March 30th of raping her. Prosecutors say hospital DNA tests on the girl were positive for a sex assault. Knowing he was under investigation, but before those DNA results came in, Anchorage police say Blackshear went on a rampage. They say he quit his corrections officer job and then went home and shot his daughter and her mom. They say Blackshear next fled Anchorage and flew here to New York. He was considered armed and dangerous. Blackshear had a hearing in Brooklyn federal court this afternoon. A judge ordered him held without bail, pending his return to Alaska on the double murder and child sex abuse charges. His public defender had no comment. Investigators here are looking to see if anyone in New York knowingly helped him hide while wanted on the Alaska murder and child rape counts. The investigation ongoing.
Crazy, deranged, stupid, crazy, the rain. I mean, the list goes on. Something is wrong with this man. What? This was your daughter. I ain't want to even tell y'all a little bit about it first. I'm just going to blat out with them. I'm just going to blat out with y'all tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to let y'all have it tonight. Okay? I ain't going to explain nothing in the beginning. I'm just going to keep them coming. I'm going to keep them coming. Do y'all understand what just happened here? This was a correctional officer. He was married to this woman. They got a child together. Teenage child, may I add. And he raped her. He raped her. And then once the test and stuff came back showing that, you know, it did happen. It ain't nothing she made up. He goes and killed her and the mama. His child. And you still get caught and go to prison. Might as well have let him live. Might as well have let him live and went on, did your time, baby. That's what he should have did. But instead, he decided to kill him. Yes, Audra. Hey, Audra, in the building, baby. Crazy. Crazy. You did wrong to this little girl. And y'all know I just showed y'all a video last week where the mama boyfriend had been in the child life for a long time, apparently. And then one day he just goes in her room. She called mama, like, stepdaddy in here acting crazy. A little weird. Weird he was. By the time police and stuff got over there, she had her pants halfway down. And next thing you know, he came out the house and his pants, he was fixing up his pants. I'm telling y'all, this world is crazy. Do you hear me, y'all? This world is crazy. Watch who y'all have y'all kids around. Hey, Belinda. Watch who y'all have y'all kids around. Your kids can't go over everybody's house. I'm sorry. There's some events that you're just not going to be able to go to. Unless you just have somebody that can just watch your kids 24/7. Whenever, spare the moment at all. Just watch your kids. Those are the ones that, kids, young adults, even adults, those are the ones that can just go up in at any given time. Okay? But if you ain't got that, Erica said, yes, I agree. Erica, and he still got caught. Regardless, you still got caught. I'm telling you. Yeah, we finna go ahead. We finna move on. Hey, Mama P said, hey, everyone. Mama P watching. Hey, Carmen. Yeah, so we finna go ahead and get into our next. This is part two. This is her parents. Okay, the parents and the grandparents. Okay, they got something they gotta say, y'all, and I wanted y'all to hear this. Here we go.
The worst nightmare you can imagine.
Just a heartbreaking story tonight. An Elk Grove family is mourning the murder of their daughter and granddaughter.
My daughter was a victim of domestic violence. It was carefully hidden. It appears that the violence would happen infrequently enough that my daughter felt that she could endure.
35-year-old Rachel Blackshear and her daughter Jayla were found dead in Anchorage, Alaska. Police arrested 39-year-old Jelani Blackshear, the husband, in Staten Island, New York, for his connection to the double homicide.
It forced us into a painful new reality that you wouldn't wish this on anyone. I don't care how much you didn't like someone. This is a pain that no one ever wants to feel.
Now, according to Anchorage police, officers did a welfare check on Blackshear's home, and that is when they found the mom and daughter dead. Now her family back in Elk Grove wants the public to hear one important message.
I do want to get the word out about domestic violence, that if you suspect something, to say something, and I know that it might mean jeopardizing a friendship or access, but I feel like it's worth that to keep them alive. You just don't know how it's going to end.
Okay, so take a look. There is help out there. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is taking calls. The number is on your screen, 1-800-799-7233.
All right, I made sure I left that phone number up just in case somebody out there need to make that phone call. You know, I'm serious. I'm not joking at all whatsoever. But this was a sad situation, you know, and then for the parents to have to come up here and speak on this and be vulnerable about it. They have to tell the truth, you know. They were aware that this young lady was having, you know, domestic violence issues, but I don't think they knew right off the bat. It probably was something that they just came about knowing, you know, and it's just sad. Not only you took their daughter, but you took their granddaughter just as well. And at this point, there's nothing that they can do about it besides fight. Continue to fight. Make sure this man get as much time as he deserves. And I personally will be reaching out to them just as well. We're going to reach out to them and see if they would like to come on the show. Because as you all know, that is something that we cover here on Peachy Tea Time. Right here. Here's the flyer for it. Have you lost a loved one due to murder, gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, and also the police? And we have you reach out to me, whichever way, DM me, inbox me, call me, text me, whichever way y'all want to reach me, and you can be on my platform. And I must say that ever since I started, let me bring this back up again. Ever since I started this, y'all, we have not had a show, a Wednesday, because I cover that on Wednesdays with Jason. We have not had a Wednesday that we have not had a family on there. Actually, this Wednesday will be the first time. And that's because Bernardo is going to come up and tell his story. Okay? And y'all know Bernardo. Bernardo comes and he helps out and he brings some of the family members on the Peachy Tea Time. And like I said, they come on, they tell their loved one's story. They are such strong women and men that come on here and they tell what happened. Some of them cry, some of them don't cry, but they all hurt. They all hurt. And all I do is just give them a platform to tell their story. That's all I do. I don't judge. I don't say, well, he did it, she did it. I don't do none of that. I just give them a platform to tell their story. So we're finna go ahead and we finna move into our talent for the night. Now, I must tell y'all, for those that's not aware that this is your first time watching tonight, I am also a radio host at Hits 92.3. Let me make sure I put the little banner up for y'all because I want to make sure that y'all go and y'all please make sure y'all download the app just in case y'all don't get a chance to watch it. But I do go live where everybody can see me on YouTube and Facebook again. And I'm on IG just as well. But I'm literally in studio at His 92.3 and I interview independent artists. Who else I interviewed? Comedians, business owners, anybody that got something going on. I've had people that has flown all the way from different states to come to Atlanta just to sit with me. I have had people drive 11, 12 hours just to come sit with me at the studio. We have a good time. We play games. And I'm about to go to 2 hours, baby. 2 hours. I'm so excited. I was sponsored by the CEO of His 92.3, and she will be sponsoring my extra hour. So I'm so excited about that. So we really got a lot coming up at Hits 92.3, baby. A lot. So I need y'all to tune in each and every Saturday. Every Saturday, baby. I don't miss a beat. Each and every Saturday, starting at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time for right now, because I'm still doing 45 minutes. But hopefully the first week of June or the end of May, that's when I'll be going to my 2 hours, and it'll be 2 to 4. Okay, from 2 to 4 p.m. And any independent artists out there, any one of y'all that would like to come on my show, on my platform, holla at me. I'll send you the details. I will send you all the details, and you could be sitting with me at his 92.3. So this was a young lady just came and sat with me on Saturday. Her name is Nunu Jones. And what I do is, because these people, they pay me. I'll be honest, they pay me to come sit with me, okay? And so what I do in turn for them, I help promote their music. So if you come on my show on a Saturday, I promote your music the rest of the days that I'm on for that 1 week. Plus, you get the airplay music as well when you're there. So, and we played 3 different songs, baby. We played 3 different songs. So here we go. This was Miss Nunu Jones, and her song is called Hit the Road. I hope she's watching. I'm not sure. But this is Nunu Jones, baby. Here we go.
OJ got that juice. I can't lie, I miss ya. Scrolling through my phone, reminiscing over pictures. Feeling so alone, wondering what bitches with ya. I just want my baby back, man, I just wanna kiss ya. How you living in this world if I'm not living with ya? Let you straight, cause I only want the best for you. Now I'm all alone, gotta figure out what I'ma do. Keep checking my phone, hoping that I got a text from you. Was fighting till the end, take a bullet in the chest for you. I knew I was stressing you, teaching me a lesson. Ooh. Gave you every part of me, but couldn't get a piece of you. Now I gotta flex on you, that's not what I'm trying to do. Time to level up to show myself I never needed you. What's up? Pull up in that bench truck. Hard coat, so my chain is frozen. Turned up, so my diamonds dancing. Fuck love, I need all of them bucks. Miss Independent, why the fuck did I depend on you? Sick to my stomach, thinking of the bread I spent on you. All of them bitches in your phone don't even care about you. Fuck it though, cause my body moving different. Ooh, now I'm in the kitchen, getting to them ditches. No more little kiss shit, no more reminiscing. You was a distraction, but now I make it happen. Opposites attracting and we sticking like some magnets. Should've let you leave the first time you headed out the door. Took another loss, now you in and guess you 2 for 0. I'm the main attraction, so a bitch is gonna steal the show. When I finally make it, you gon' feel it in your fucking throat. My business, you don't have to know. I might have to fuck it, bro. I can never do you wrong. I'm just capping in the song. I'm just going with the flow. Push myself through every door. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. It's time for you to hit the road. It's time for you to hit the road. Whoa. I can't lie, I miss ya. Scrolling through my phone, reminiscing over pictures. Feeling so alone, wondering what bitches with ya. I just want my baby back then, I just wanna kiss ya. How you living in this world if I'm not living with ya? How you living in this world if I'm not living with ya?
What's up, y'all? It's Nunu Jones here at his 92.3 on PCT Time with the missus, the one and only. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes. That's Nunu Jones. Nunu Jones is on all platforms. She was in the studio on Saturday. So if you go on YouTube or on my Facebook page, you'll be able to see the whole entire interview. She's such a little cutie. She was only 21 years old. She'll be 22 next week, I think it is now. Now it'll be next week. So she'll be 22 years old. She out here doing her thing. She ain't got no kids, baby. She doing her thing, okay? And she got plenty of music out there. So y'all go check her out. Nunu Jones. There it is on the bottom of the screen. The Nunu Jones. And the is Thee, baby. All right. Well, let's go back and get started with our show. Now, this is sad, y'all. But I'm telling y'all now, y'all gonna see something in here that's gonna probably make y'all laugh. But we have to remember what's going on in this video. Okay? Do not get distracted. Now, I ain't gonna even tell y'all what not to get distracted of, because y'all gonna see it. Okay, y'all gonna see it. But I'm telling you now, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Please don't. Because it's a meaning behind this. Here we go.
First tonight, we're learning more about a shooting in a Southwest Atlanta apartment complex that left one man dead and 4 women wounded. Hello, thank you for joining us for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Courtney Bryant.
Hello and welcome. I'm Tom Haynes. This happened at the Fairway Garden Apartments on Cleveland Avenue. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor spoke with the 22-year-old murder victim's family.
Delano Will's mother tells me she moved her family from Toledo, Ohio to Atlanta in hopes of escaping violence. She says she would have never imagined her son would have been killed ultimately anyway.
They raised a great man, someone who would do it, who would risk his life for those he loved.
Isaac Marvel still can't believe the love of his life is gone. 22-year-old Delano Wells Jr.'s mom tells me her son, who has a heart of gold, died in her arms after being fatally shot at their Fairview Garden Apartments Saturday night. His mother says Delano was defending his 17-year-old sister Cassandra when he was shot. The rising senior says her downstairs neighbors jumped on her and were physically assaulting her when her brother stepped in.
She went to go tell Lano, and Lano came out and tried to mediate the situation. Then they started fighting him, and they were fighting her, and they tried to drag her into their apartment, and then they started shooting, and Cassandra, she got shot in the leg, and she got grazed on the arm, and she didn't know what happened. So, she came over on the floor.
Miss Wells admits her son legally had a weapon and only used it Saturday night while defending his sister Cassandra. The other 3 women who were shot will recover.
He was the most responsible gun owner you could ever know. He kept it locked away, never armed. He had his permit. He purely kept it in case he needed to defend himself or his loved ones.
Atlanta police say they are talking to several witnesses who are cooperating with them, but at this point they have made no arrests. In Southwest Atlanta, Angelique.
Okay, I'm not gonna get distracted. Okay, so we are back with the missus. Yeah, that's sad. He was defending his sister, and things just got out of hand. Now, from what they say, he did have his tool on him. So apparently maybe they seen it. I'm sure they seen it, and things just spun out of control. And he ended up dead, unfortunately. In a situation like this, now, last week I showed y'all the clip on the 2 sisters that one of the sisters went to defend her boyfriend Friday. I showed it to y'all on Friday. She went outside to help her friend who was basically going off on her boyfriend because he had another girl in the car. And the girl that got killed was actually there at the club with her sister, at the bar with her sister. And they all was out there. And the guy got pissed off, got out the car, punched his girlfriend, and shot and killed the girlfriend, best friend, and shot the sister in the leg. And the sister walking on not a cane, but a walker now. And then I said, mind your business. Not saying that this was their fault and that they deserve this. I wasn't saying that at all. But sometimes we have to mind our own business because people are crazy. They crazy. Can't nobody be trusted. Y'all, can't nobody be trusted out in these streets. Let me tell y'all right now. Can't nobody be trusted in these streets right now. Nobody. Everybody having hard times. So can't nobody be trusted. Y'all can trust me. Sorry, microphone. Y'all can trust me, but can't nobody else be trusted. I'm telling you, you can't be trusted, folks. I don't go nowhere with nobody but my family. And I don't even go to places sometimes with my cousins because they can't be trusted either. Not all of them, but some of them. And I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about for everybody. Sometimes your cousins can't be trusted either. Sometimes your sisters and your brothers can't be trusted either. I ain't going nowhere with my brother. Shit. Wish I may. Ooh, sorry, mama. We're going to move right on along. Now, next story. I told you I'm just going to bring them. Here we go. This is a new story.
A parent accused of trespassing in a school and turning on a student, and it's all caught on camera. The student says he was attacked by his bully's mother.
And things took a wild turn after the student decided to defend himself. CBS 4's Nicole Lauren is live in Florida City, where she spoke to that mother again this morning. Nicole.
Yeah, hey there, Candace Maribel. I spoke with that mom about an hour ago. Right now, this minute, she's inside of Florida City PD over my shoulder here, and she's speaking with detectives. She also told me she filed a restraining order against that mother who beat her son with a belt.
I have the restraining order.
Papers in hand, Zandre Pollard tells me her son, Nehemiah, is too scared to go back to Bethel Junior Academy. This after he was hit repeatedly by a belt in the school's cafeteria. Today, a restraining order has been filed against the mom seen on video with the belt in hand.
For my child's safety, you can go into a school and slash my child. It wasn't even a whooping. You slashed my child. So you can go in there and do that. Who's to say what else she'll do?
This incident came after Pollard's son was bullied by another student. The student's mom came to school and took matters into her own hands, barging in and hitting Nehemiah repeatedly with a belt.
I want her in jail. I wanted her in jail since yesterday. So
today, Pollard gave her statement to police and tells CBS 4 that she's upset with the school's lack of security. Something I witnessed myself walking in this morning with no lock on the doors. School officials then asked me to leave.
Even worse, for you to be able to walk in there after what just happened yesterday. What does that tell you?
Pollard still has yet to get a call from Bethel Junior Academy, something she says is extremely disappointing.
Disheartening, because it's a small school, it's a private school, you think your kids are safe, and my child wasn't safe.
Ms. Pollard did just walk out of the police department during my story. We're not going to show them on camera because she does want her son to remain off the screen at the moment. Police are still investigating what unfolded inside of the school that day, and the school still has not gotten back to us for a comment. We're live.
Baby, she took your child back to slavery days. That's what she did. I'm just saying. She took this child back to slavery day. She didn't whoop him. She whipped him. And once again, do y'all see how big them kids was? I wish you would have came to BV with that mess. BV, stand up. I wish you, baby, we all would have jumped her. She wouldn't have made it out that school, baby. We all would have went to juvenile. Every last one. Who was the bully? And I was just getting to that, Carmen. The bully was her son. Her son was the bully. And you done came up here and, oh my gosh. You literally done came up here and whooped this child. Whipped. Let me make sure I'm clear. Whipped this child. Took this child back to roots. This is not funny. Okay, let me get myself together. You took the child back to roots. Oh my gosh. And the mama got the nerve to say she waiting? Wait for what? What is you waiting on? Now that was good, y'all. Yes. Not the one that was getting whooped. That was the one that was getting bullied. The mama that came in and whooped the child, her son was doing the bully. That's why she came up doing what she was doing. Audrey, you know I laugh. You know they took her. You know she took her back to roots. You know it. That was. I'm not gonna go there. Victim looks like a sweetheart, and the man is in shock. When I tell y'all, Amber, yes. Wow. Wow. Like, I don't know not one mama, not in my circle. I can't say anybody else's circle, but not one mama in my circle that will pick up the phone and say, the missus, they don't even call me the missus, but the missus, do you know? No, hold on, listen. Do you know that this woman came up there and whooped my child with a belt? Girl, what you do? I'm waiting. Wait for what? I'm waiting on the school. Girl, you better get off my phone. Nah, it wouldn't even went down like that, baby. I would have been at every stop, every bus stop, I've been everywhere at her job and everything, waiting on her. With the police. With the police. With the police. Make sure I say that. We finna get into this commercial, y'all. You know we gotta do our commercial. Here we go.
You're live with the Energy God. I'm here with the missus, man. He's 92.3. But if you ain't tuned into PGK time, I don't know what you're doing. Let's get it. Let's go. Whoa.
Yeah. Wow. Shout out to Energy God in the building, baby. Y'all can find him on all platforms just as well. When I tell y'all his music is dope, I mean, it's like his album is called Trap Motivation, and that's exactly what it is. Trap music, but it's full of motivation, positivity. I mean, please go check it out. His name is Energy God on all platforms. I would not steer y'all in the wrong direction. If you know me, you know I know music. So go check his music out. You guys will love it. And we're about to get into our next topic, the meat story. The meat story. And I got a lot to say about this too. Here we go.
$2,000 worth of pork chops, ribs, and other meat stolen in the middle of the afternoon from a busy HEB. An employee trying to stop them. You can see that right here. All of it caught on cell phone camera last Friday. Here's 25 News reporter Terrell Baker.
It's so bizarre, it's almost hard to believe.
I knew something was going on, but I didn't know it was a big crime.
Caught on video. A store worker desperately trying to stop two women from stealing around $2,000 worth of meat from an HEB in Temple Friday.
The confrontation started in the front door. And as she finally escaped the first employee, another employee came out of nowhere.
Gilbert Quinteros captured the incident on his phone, saying he pushed record just in case if an incident or an accident happened.
I got lucky and I just happened to park right beside her. You know, there was a spot open, so I parked right beside her. And I was filming inside my car, you know, because my windows were tinted.
He says one of the suspects damaged his car with a cart, so he then posted the video to track down the culprit.
I was going to tell him, hey, you banged up my car, you know, saying, you know, you got to pay for damages. And you know what's crazy about it was when I put it on Facebook, man, that thing, it took off.
He also shared the video with police when they arrived.
The event that occurred on, Friday, of course, was a rather large amount of meat, which is not something that's real typical. Smaller amounts of groceries, those steps happen fairly commonly, but for that large amount, that's a little bit unusual.
Police will say they're also working with the store for other surveillance videos. Police say the suspects' faces are caught on the video, as well as their license plate. If you can recognize them or the car, call the police. Lynn Temple, Terrell Baker, 25.
No, I ain't on mute. Put my ponytail together for this one right here because I just don't understand why black folks want to sit there and act. Hey, y'all. Hey. Why? 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 You know, Poolie saw this clip today. Poolie said, damn, she that hungry? No, she ain't that hungry. She ain't that hungry at all. She finna go sell it, allegedly. That's what she finna go do. Go get a job. Now, I know, a lot of these jobs ain't paying you enough. That's why you have to live in your means. If you live on your means, you're going to get a job that will make sure it pay your bills. And it will pay your bills if you live in your means. If you don't live in your means, if you do not live in your means.
$2,000 worth of pork chops, ribs, and other meat stolen in the middle of the afternoon from a busy.
That's what you're going to do if you don't live in your means. If you're trying to still keep up with the Joneses, that is. How much you going to get? Now, in the store, a slab of ribs, you're going to pay about $30. Nowadays, because of the pandemic and everything, everything that went up a little bit and everything, we ain't had no choice but to deal with it. So, $30 slab of ribs now, you might be paying a simple little $150, $60. Yes, the mama was a bully too on that other one. I think BG just coming in, y'all. But, oh my gosh, you done took all these people meat. And then the fat ass guy, he gonna say, I didn't think it was a crime. No, she's stealing. She's stealing. What you mean you ain't think it was a crime? How dare you get on camera and say some mess like that? She stole. I don't care. They pulled kids over. They went and chased these kids, and they was in the car with their mama. Police went and pulled them over because the little girl stole a doll for $1 out the Dollar Tree. And you think you ain't finna get in trouble over some ribs, baby? Ribs. They ain't look like baby back ribs to me, but they sure was ribs. Okay? You done took some pork. They don't play when it comes down to the pork, okay? I told you, that slab of rib used to be $30 2 years ago. Now, you're going to be paying at least $199 for a slab of ribs. All because of the pandemic. Okay, everything is allegedly. But seriously, though, let it be a shortage on some ribs. I bet you them ribs going to be $100. And sorry, shortage. We talking about $375 for a slab of ribs. That's all I gotta say. But y'all don't be buying these folks ribs off the streets. Okay, go to the store, get your own ribs. Don't buy them off the streets. Okay, you don't know what these folks did. Sealed and unsealed and sealed back up again. You don't know. These folks crazy. They gonna go in the store. And they gonna go in the store. She know these folks is recording her. And I guess she like, I'm caught now. Oh well. Stack them on up in there. And instead of the store clerk grabbing them out while she putting them in, she's sitting up there recording. Baby, I would have been recording and taking them out as she put them in and told her, I dare you touch me. I dare you touch me. You better not touch me. Y'all, we finna get into this next clip. After this, the Lorenzen, NBA star Lorenzen clip will be up next. I have a huge update on that, baby. A huge update. That story happened 13, 14 years ago, and we just now getting an update. And y'all might not like it. I know I don't. But here's our next topic. The sister who was killed in Detroit at home. This just happened. Here we go.
For your help right now to catch a killer.
Yeah, so far they've released video of a vehicle involved in a deadly drive-by on the city's west side. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch is live with more. Robin, you were telling us that the way this woman died is just heartbreaking.
It is, days after this deadly drive-by shooting, family members are still understandably overcome with grief. They say they don't understand how somebody could do something or why somebody would do something like this, changing so many lives instantly.
I'm numb. I don't have any feeling. I don't know what to do, what to say.
These pictures of Princess Dobbs hint at the happier times, the memories that are helping her loved ones push through. The 36-year-old with an unforgettable laugh and infectious smile died in her older sister's arms on Sunday night. The two were more than family, more than best friends. They were always by each other's side. And that was the case up until her very last breath.
I don't want nobody to ever have a memory of a loved one going like that. Like, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish this feeling on anybody, like, at all.
Precious says someone fired more than a dozen shots into her Rockdale Street home just before 11 o'clock. She and Princess were sitting at the kitchen table when she was struck. The shattered glass and bullet holes still remain, signs of the senseless crime, along with these balloons that were recently released for Princess.
They say when they get stuck in the tree, that means they still around, so I appreciate that they still here around us. Like, she's still here.
Detroit police shared this surveillance video that shows a light-colored sedan, possibly a Chevy Cruze, speeding away from the West Side home seconds after the gunfire that took the mother of three's life, her youngest just 2. They, along with Princess's sister, hope it will lead to her killer and closure, if that's even possible. Her heartache overwhelming right now.
I feel empty. Like, if you see Princess, you see Precious. If you see Precious, you see Princess. And it's not going to be that no more. It's just going to be me and that hurt. Like, they don't know how bad they hurt me.
Now you can just tell from her voice how distraught she is, and it really has been a couple of very difficult years from Precious, who you just heard from. Princess was her only sibling, her only sister, and they recently lost their mom to COVID. So certainly if you know anything about what happened here, give Detroit Police a call right away. We are live outside Detroit Police headquarters. I'm Robin Murdoch for Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Robin, this family needs your help. Amy and I were talking as we were watching that story, and this is just sad all the way around. A young woman shouldn't have to be killed sitting in her own kitchen, and a sister shouldn't have to watch her best friend die. Do police believe that the woman was the intended target?
And that's what the sad situation is, just adding to all of this. Brandon, police are telling us that they do not believe that Princess was the intended target here. And they're actually trying to figure out whether the shooter shot up the right house even. All of that is still under investigation. So just another sad layer to this heartbreaking story. Back to you.
Thank you. Our prayers are...
Y'all, this happened last week. This right here was something that struck me. For her to be at home, in her own home, this girl got 3 kids, but she is literally in her own home with her sister, who she's with all the time. Their mother passed away due to COVID. So she's with her sister all the time. And for somebody to come and just shoot up their home, and then it's a possibility it was the wrong house. Hey, Tanya, it's the wrong house. She wasn't even the intended target. And this is what y'all do. Will they get caught? Yes. Yes. They'll get caught eventually. If they don't, God can punish them more than any prison system can. Trust me, I know. I've seen it. But y'all, when I tell y'all, this really took the cake for me. It's like I can feel their sister's pain. Like, y'all, do y'all understand? She literally don't have nobody right now. I'm sure she got friends. She probably got some cousins, maybe. But her mama gone. Her only sister gone. Like, That's crazy. God sister in the building. That's crazy. And I'm sure they probably didn't know this. But still, people just do things. They don't think about who is hurting. This girl is hurting. And you can just tell. You can tell just by her, the way she's talking. Belinda said, I just couldn't even imagine. Can't even imagine that you just out here now just by yourself over some senseless violence. I'm going to reach out to her too, y'all. I'm going to reach out to her, see if she want to come on to the show, you know, and tell her loved one's story. Carmen said, I'm sorry. Mama Peach Love said, my prayers for comfort and strength for her. She's definitely going to need it. Just by watching that clip, y'all. Y'all see it. She's definitely going to need it. So we are about to get into our last story for the night. Lorenzen. But NBA basketball player. This happened in Memphis. Y'all know a lot happens in Memphis. There has been some stories that I refuse to even talk about because it happened in Memphis. I said, I'm not touching that story. I'm not talking about that. Belinda said, this world is so corrupt. People just don't value life anymore. We must stay on the wall praying. She is so... Belinda, girl, you better say that again. You are so right. I know. Girl, I pray all the time, especially with what I'm doing. I do a lot of praying. And I literally even started contemplating on if I even wanted to show any more stories here in Atlanta. I really have been thinking about it and just saying, you know what? It's 50 states. There's other states I can cover. And it's not because I'm scared or anything like that. It's just that people are crazy. Belinda, people crazy. So I really been contemplating on that. I really have. But I know God gonna lead me whichever way he want me to go. And that's how it's gonna be. So we finna get into this Lorenzen story. NBA basketball player, ex-NBA basketball player, man, at formerly. And Tanya said, yes, prayer is the key. Yes. And he was murdered. This happened like 13, 14 years ago. But like I told y'all, there was an update that just occurred last week. And I'm going to be updating you again. And you'll see why. So let's go ahead and get started because I want to explain everything to you guys. I had to write down. Dang, I keep hitting my microphone. I had to write down some notes. Y'all know I don't write down notes. Everything is straight off the dome all the time. But sometimes I have to write down notes. And this is one of those stories. I probably had to write down notes maybe 2-3 times. In the beginning, I wrote notes down when I was doing interviews. But now I don't even write anything down for interviews. I just go off the flow and off the dome. But I had to write something down for this. Okay. So let's get started. And I'm going to show you an old clip. And here we go.
A surprise hearing where she ultimately accepted responsibility for her role in the death of NBA star Lorenzen Wright. Local 24 News reporter Brad Broders is live for us at 201 Popular where this all went down today. Brad, kind of share with us what was going through your mind when you were watching all of this unfold in the courtroom.
Well, John, this was certainly a surprise appearance today by Sheriff Wright. This was not on the docket today. We got wind about this about 10 o'clock this morning, came over here to 201 Poplar, and about 11 o'clock the proceedings began. Sheriff Wright has a guilty plea. She pleaded guilty to facilitation of first-degree murder and attempted facilitation of first-degree murder. She was sentenced as part of that guilty plea to 30 years in prison. She will be eligible for parole in about 8 to 9 years. and she will be given credit for the roughly 2 years she has already served since being arrested in December 2017. The legal team of Cheryl Wright is speaking behind me. You can probably see them. This ends a more than 9-year saga after the murder of Lorenzen Wright in July 2010 in southeast Memphis. Just a few days ago, last week, was the 9-year anniversary. This was a cold case for nearly 7.5 years until the arrest of Billy Turner in December 2017. Then Cheryl Wright, a few weeks later, mid-2017, arrested in Riverside, California. In the courtroom a short while ago, Paul Hagerman read some of the key points of the affidavit alleging the crime that Cheryl Wright committed. She pleaded guilty. After the guilty plea, prosecutor Paul Hagerman said this was a guilty plea. It was not an Alfred plea where you're presuming you're maintaining your innocence, but you're still pleading guilty. This was a guilty plea. The attorneys behind me for Cheryl Wright just told me if you could call it a best case scenario guilty plea, they would, because she is potentially eligible for parole in 7 years. She could get out of prison in her 50s. Now, the other co-defendant, Billy Turner, this is significant. He was supposed to be sentenced tomorrow on gun charges tied to his arrest. It wasn't directly tied to Lorenzen Wright murder, but it was gun charges tied to being a convicted felon. That has been postponed, but as it stands right now, Billy Turner is still scheduled to stay in trial in mid-September. Cheryl Wright was also expected to stay in trial starting September 16th. That obviously changes now that Cheryl Wright pleaded guilty this morning. Again, the sentence will be 30 years, but as part of that guilty plea, she will be eligible for parole in about 7 years due to her credit served. Now,
all right, y'all heard that. And I know some of y'all like, but what happened? What's going on? What's the deal? So I'm going to explain to y'all. Story time. So this actually aired on BET. It actually aired on BET on one of the, I think it was the show with Monica, when Monica was covering these stories. And basically what happened was this man, he was an NBA player. He had made, like, in the course of 13 years, he had made like 55 million. Okay. Once he ended up not being a basketball player anymore, he ended up being broke. He ended up having 2 homes that was in foreclosure. He used to cheat on, allegedly, everything is allegedly now. He used to cheat on his wife, which is the young lady that y'all saw. He used to cheat on her a whole lot. And finally, he decided that he wanted to go back to his wife, do the right thing, per his best friend, per his BFF, that he was going to go back, do the right thing, and, make things work with his wife. Well, wifey had other things in mind, okay? Wifey ended up setting everything up to have this man killed. They set him up. Well, she set him up. From what they say, her and another man by the name of Billy actually shot and killed him. But I don't know if they can actually prove it or not. But she did get charged. She did get charged. She pled guilty because she was already in there. She was already caught up. Billy spilled the beans. Plus another guy spilled the beans as well, because he needed to get some extra time so he could get out. So he like, I tell it. But of course, nobody knows if he's telling the truth or not. Okay. So some of the things that I wrote down on here, she was charged with 3 counts of indictment. The first one was first-degree murder. The second one was conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. And the third one was criminal attempt first-degree murder. And all this happened in Memphis. They had 6 kids together. I don't know if they was together, but they had 6 kids. She was 5 years older than him. Lorenzen, she was 5 years older than him. Her name is Shara. He earned approximately 55 million over the course of 13 years in the NBA, allegedly, like I told y'all. And then I told y'all that he was broke after he was done playing. 2 homes went in foreclosure, and creditors was on their ass, baby. They was on them. Okay? Now, of course, we all know that this man has some type of policy. Okay? We all know that. He definitely had a policy. So, she collected on $1 million policy, y'all. And ended up broke. By the time, she got locked up and everything. She got broke. And when she got broke, she ended up writing a book. And guess what this dummy wrote a book about? Her and him. Yes, her and him. And the name of the book was called Mr. Tell Me Anything. Mr. Tell Me Anything. And in the book, she talked about how he used to be, they had domestic violence issues. He would cheat on her all the time. She talked about that there was a time where, I guess she caught him cheating with somebody. She beat the girl up. And towards the end of the book, she talked about killing him. And she literally met up with somebody, one of the publicists, met up with him and told them, yes, 99% of this book is true. But every time he would ask that she had something to do with it, she would tell him, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I am an author. She never said, no, I had nothing to do with it. Never said that. So, what else I got written on here? Oh, his best friend said that he was a giver, always was giving all the time. Anytime family members called, he was giving. So that's one of the reasons why he ended up broke. He had, it was two different calibers shotguns that he was shot with. 2 different calibers that he was shot with. So, but they never said that, okay, yes, you are the one that did it, Shara. They never said that. So, Shara was not supposed to be up for parole, y'all, until 2027. 2027. That's a long time, okay? It was like maybe 19 years before she got caught. I think it was longer than that before she got caught. And then, of course, you got to be in court, in jail or jail for a long time, seemed like, before they started doing the trial and everything. And I think she was in there for like 2 years before they even did the trial. So I'm going to play this next clip. And this is still with the Lorenzen story. Here we go.
I want some life. I'm doing life. His kids doing life without a dad.
Lorenzen Wright's mother, Deborah Marion, is furious tonight over some major news we first reported last week. Shara Wright.
Hold on, y'all. I'm going to start that back. I want y'all to understand. This is now. This is in real time. The other clip, that was from years ago. This clip, this is in real time. This is happening right now. Okay? Now, I want y'all to see how crazy these laws is and how they need to be changed. Here we go.
Some life. I'm doing life. His kids doing life without a dad.
Lorenzen Wright's mother, Deborah Marion, is furious tonight over some major news we first reported last week. Shara Wright has an upcoming parole hearing after serving less than 5 years of her 30-year prison sentence. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
This shocked a lot of people. I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Wright pleaded guilty to planning the Memphis basketball star's murder. WRG's Andrew Allison joins us live downtown. And Andrew, just how soon could Shara Wright be paroled?
Well, her parole hearing is next week, and it's sure to be contentious. Many of Lorenzen's family members plan on being there, hoping to keep Shara Wright behind bars.
I'm going to be up close and personal.
Lorenzen Wright's mother, Deborah Marion, headed to Nashville next week for what could be a difficult day. Shara Wright is up for parole after serving less than 5 years of her 30-year sentence.
It's not over yet. I got to finish what I started.
She and other family members ready to testify in Wright's parole hearing.
Well, everybody's going to write something down so they don't miss a beat. We're going to write it down what we're going to say.
Hoping to persuade the board to keep Wright locked up.
That she's staying there as long as possible.
Wright pleaded guilty in 2019 to planning the Memphis basketball star's murder, but the clock on her 30-year sentence began in 2018. when she was booked into the Shelby County Jail.
She murdered my child. She premeditated this murder. She planned it for no reason.
According to Wright's plea deal, she shouldn't be eligible for parole until 2027. We asked board members why things were moved up, but haven't gotten an answer.
I want some life. I'm doing life. His kids doing life without a dad.
Shelby County District Attorney Amy Wyrick using this development to support Tennessee's Truth in Sentencing bill. The measure, awaiting Governor Lee's signature, would require certain violent offenders to serve 100% of their sentences. Wyrick saying the bill comes too late to affect Shara Wright's early parole hearing, but going forward, it will add at least some measure of credibility to Tennessee's sentencing laws.
She can't tell me nothing that says, oh, good, that was a good reason for killing him.
Yeah, we're hoping to learn more about Shara Wright's argument for early parole during her hearing next week. Live downtown.
All right. So, let's do our math. And for people that just ain't quick in the brain, we're going to use our fingers. Okay? Because I got my nails done. We're going to use our fingers. 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. This woman has been in there for 4 years. And her light-skinned self is trying to walk on up out of there. She is not supposed to be eligible for parole, y'all, until 2027. And that's just parole, which is what they're doing right now, this week. She should not be able to go up for parole. What did this girl do? How did she do this? Who she snitched on? Allegedly. Who she know out here in these streets? Tell me. Because I'm trying to figure out how you finna get. Is you finna be the informant? Is you finna be the informant, Cher? Let us know now. Let your black folks know if you finna be the informant. We need to know. Ain't nobody finna be dealing with you anyways, but just in case the crackheads decide they want to deal with you, let us black folks know if you the informant or not. Because how you finna get out in 4 years after you done plotted all of it? If it wasn't for you, this man would still be alive. You did this. And they finna let you walk right on about here? Oh, no. Carmen said she should have to pay the insurance money back. I agree, 100%. She said, but you can't benefit from life insurance if you have involvement in the death of someone. Well, as you can see, her money was gone. Inside Edition did a special on it. I just couldn't play it on here. They might block me. But they did a whole special on it. And yes, she had got $1 million insurance policy. She collected on $1 million insurance policy. I want to make sure I say it the way they said it. And it was all gone. She wrote. So she wrote that book. What was the name of the book, Tanya? Mr. Tell Me Anything, baby. I ain't gonna lie, Shaw made me want to go read it. I said I was gonna go in there and get it. I ain't gonna even lie. But I'm like, how stupid can you be to put it all in a book? And this is how you really got caught. It's crazy. And they literally have it on tape, her talking to the publicist, telling him 99% of this is true. Girl, you got a problem. Something wrong with you. Shaking my head, justice system is corrupt. Also, if they let her out, baby. Belinda, I feel the same way you feel. The same way you feel. Y'all, I got another clip to play on this. This one was so sad, y'all. Y'all finna see the mama one more time. But before I play it, I just want y'all to know that this is a prime example. This next clip I'm going to show. This is a prime example. You know what? Before I play it, I'm going to play another clip. But the clip I'm going to show is a prime example of a cycle being repeated in your family. We all want to try to break these cycles. Domestic violence, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, You know, great granddaddy used to do it. Then great granddaddy did it. Then great granddaddy did it. Then granddaddy did it. Now grandson doing it. You know, you want to try to break those cycles. Domestic violence. You know, your kids may have saw you grow up in this household where you and their father fought all the time. If the cycle is not broken, they're going to go through the same thing with their boyfriends or their husbands or they side pieces or they both things. You see what I'm saying? It's the cycles has to be broken. And it's sad that in this situation, the cycle wasn't broken. It was not broken. And for the mother to have to come back and say the things that she say is just sad. But before we play that, because I really want y'all to see this. But before we play it, I'm going to play this next clip. This is the clip of old dude. That's what we're going to call him, old dude. Old dude that I need to get out. I need to get out as soon as possible. So I'm just going to tell y'all what I was told. And I ain't going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. Here we go.
Jimmy Martin says Shara came to his home to pick him up and get a metal detector days after her ex-husband was killed.
She said, she needed to find a gun. She said, you know, the plan went through it. Everything went through that night. What were you talking about? Okay, she said the plan, the murder of Lorenzen had went through. She had lost one of the guns.
She had lost one of the guns.
Yes, sir.
And that was what the metal detector was for.
Yes, sir.
Martin says Shara and Billy took him to a field where the murder happened. He says Shara told him she got Lorenzen to go with her to the field, saying she was meeting somebody for money.
So her and Lorenzen met up with Billy on this road. That's when I guess they ambushed him.
You say gas? Why do you say gas?
Because I wasn't there.
Did she tell you what happened once they met up with them, other than Lorenzen jumping over the fence?
Lorenzen had his back to him. They started chasing him. They started firing at him, chasing him. He jumped through the fence. He was jumping like a deer. They caught him when he fell. But she said both of them had guns.
Did she say whether or not both of them fired?
She said both of them fired.
Martin says days later, he and Billy rode together to get rid of the gun used to kill Lorenzen, spotting a lake in Mississippi.
Once we got there, we proceeded to get rid of the pistol.
Tell me how that happened. Tell me who did what.
Billy got the pistol out the trunk, fired off the cylinder on it, and threw it into the lake.
And where were you when this was happening?
I was right there beside him.
But when the defense questioned Martin, they pointed out many inconsistencies in his story and how details had changed over the years he talked to police.
Who was present when the guns were on the table? You in fact said you didn't remember if Billy was there or not. And then you said, well, it must have been there because Shara gave you Billy's car.
Yes, sir.
All right, and you said that, as a matter of fact, you described that this meeting was an hour or so long, but you had no memory of Billy being there, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I believe him. I believe him that he took him where the body was at. She told him something. She told him something. That's all I got to say on that, baby. That's all I got to say on that. But this last clip, y'all, this is our last clip for the night besides the motivation. This was very, very heartbreaking. And this is actually the reason why I brought the story to you guys, besides the fact that Shara is going to be up for parole this week. And like I said, I will be giving y'all an update on it once it hits my resources. And I'll let y'all know what happens if she walks, if she's back in there, how long she's going to be in there. I would definitely let you know. 9 times out of 10, she's going to be left in there. Why? Because this story is starting to go viral. You know, I always say that I'm not on here just for show. I'm not on here just to play. I may laugh, I may crack some jokes, but I'm on here because I got a purpose to serve. And one of those purposes is to let each and every one of you know and to be aware and also to watch your surroundings and to know what's going on out here. A lot of us only know what's going on in our city, in our township. Nah, that ain't flying with me. Y'all need to know what's going on everywhere. So what's going on over there in New York, if it happened to come on over here in Atlanta or happen to come on over there in Michigan somewhere, oh, y'all gonna know. California, y'all gonna know. Mississippi, y'all gonna know. New York, everywhere. Y'all gonna know. If you watching PGT Time, you gonna know. So here's the last topic on this one, last clip. And it's sad, y'all. Remember what I said. Try to stop the cycle. Try. Pray on it. Do something. But here we go.
It's like 12 years ago, all over again, a murder. Somebody murdered somebody for nothing.
It's a bad dream Deborah Marion just can't seem to wake from. First, the murder of her son, NBA star Lorenzen Wright in 2010, and now the death of Retiba Frierson just days ago. The woman who she says was Lorenzen Wright's goddaughter.
Her mother and Lorenzen was used to date, and she thought that Lorenzen was her biological father, but they did the DNA and he wasn't.
But she says that didn't matter to Lorenzen.
Because he told everybody in our family that she was just going to be his daughter, and that was that on that. And she was the whole while, up until last week. She was his daughter. She was my granddaughter.
Marion was shocked to learn Frierson died such a violent death, the victim of apparent domestic violence. Oxford police charging her boyfriend, 33-year-old Justin Morris, with murdering Frierson after she ran from her Oxford condominium to a neighbor's door for help.
I just know this boyfriend of hers shot her once in the back of her head, execution style.
Marion says the 29-year-old woman had everything to live for.
She was a loving girl. She's been in my life all her life.
She vows to stand by Frierson's children and hopes the woman's accused killer pays for his crime, and says in a strange way, history seems to be repeating itself.
I hope he do life, because the kids and myself, we gonna be doing life forever. Just like with Lorenzen, I've been doing life ever since 2010. I had no idea I'd be doing life again.
Jessica Gertler, WREG, News Channel 3.
Justin Morris is being held on $1 million bond. Meanwhile, Deborah Marion prepares to attend convicted murderer Shara Wright's parole hearing next week in Nashville.
I feel so sorry for her, y'all. I feel so sorry for her. But at the same time, I gotta do it, y'all. I applaud her because she's not giving up. No matter what pain she goes through, no matter what comes her way, what storm comes her way, she's not gonna give up until she finds justice. Now for her granddaughter. Now for her granddaughter. That's sad. History repeating itself, just like she said. Belinda said, my Lord, generational curses. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all, it gotta stop. It has to stop. Hey, Asia, it gotta stop. This is ridiculous. This grandma... Y'all saw the clip in the beginning. All her hair was black. All her hair was black. Baby, look at all that gray she got now. Now, not only do she have to worry about if this woman finna walk free this week, because that clip was from last week. So it's this week. So not only does she got to worry about that with her son, now she got to worry about burying her granddaughter. That's a sad situation. All we could do, like Herman said, is pray for her. Prayers for her too. She definitely needs prayer. I don't see how she's still going, but she got to. She don't have a choice. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Y'all know how I did. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it. But anyway, y'all, what I wish we had the answer of what we can do to stop these generational curses. I wish we had the answer. But no one has the answer, it seems like. No one. Because if we did, things would be a little bit better in these streets. Look, I say, hey, pretty, hey, boo, hey, boo. And BG, shout out to BG. BG sent me her picture of her winnings, which was her Peachy Tea Time t-shirt. And also she received some lip gloss, I believe it was. So I will be posting that picture just as well. Y'all, we finna go ahead and get into our motivation for tonight. I didn't want to spend too much time on the Lorenzen because it was an older story, but like I said, it did have 2 new updates to it that I really wanted to share with you all. And I am going to follow this case because I really, really want to know what is going to happen with Shara. Shara needs to sit down somewhere. That's what Shara needs to do. And I'm not talking about on her couch. Shoot. Here go our motivation.
I don't belong in this room. I remember the videos had already been out. My numbers were great. And I would come in rooms and go, or like that room, like I go to a high school, like boom. I go to a youth detention center, boom. I go to a prison, boom. I come to corporate and go, I don't know if I belong in here. Everybody in the room don't look like me. They don't come from where I come from. I don't know if I belong here. And I'll never forget, I had a conversation with Les Brown. Les Brown had called me to Orlando. We sat in the hotel and I left and I started talking to Les and I started naming like, yo, you, Les Brown, this person, #1 in the world. He said, don't you ever say that again. I said, don't say what? He said, you the best in the world right now. I said, what? He said, you the best in the world right now. There's nobody as good as you in the world. You're the best right now. The only reason you're not the best right now is because you don't believe you're the best now. And when you walk out this room, I want you to go in the mirror and tell I'm the best right now. He said, before you even become #1, start to proclaim it and say it long before it happened. Say I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And when I was number 20, I started saying, I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And I went to the computer and the world said exactly what I said, that Eric Thomas is #1 in the world. I spoke it, the world heard it, and it activated. Your problem is that you don't believe you belong here. Your problem is that you don't think you should be sitting out here. So listen to me. There are those of you saying, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be the best at this company, right? But your value system says you believe in sleep more than you believe in grinding. And you're spending more money than you're making. Why? Because you're a consumer, but you're reading all the books and you're saying everything the books are saying, but those books are not in alignment with your value. And if you're going to go to the next level, your values are going to have to change. When I believed that my voice was needed in this world, when I believed that I needed to be on the stage, not for myself, but to speak to a group of people who come from where I come from, a working class, who don't know what it's like to make millions and millions of dollars, who don't understand what wealth looks like, that I needed to come in the room with a single parent mother, with a father not in my life, being homeless and a high school dropout. Only somebody who comes from where you come from can tell you you belong. And I had to get my butt on stage because there's some folks that Les Brown can't reach. There's some folks that Tony Robbins can't reach. There's some folks that only I can reach. And so I need to be on the stage with them, doing what I was called to do. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit during the process. You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. Champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank.
Bet on yourself, just in case no one else will. Okay? Always bet on yourself. You know, it's a lot of times. Hey, Donna, I see you coming through. It's a lot of times where you're the only person that believes in you. A lot of times. And then you still give up on yourself and be like, nah, I ain't gonna make it. But don't give up. Don't give up. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying until you reach your goal. Please keep trying. Because eventually you will get there. I assure you, you will get there. Be consistent. Don't give up. I don't care if everybody tell you that it ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna happen. Don't give up. Keep trying anyways. And you will succeed. I assure you. I assure you, you will succeed. Okay? Now, it's time for me to drop my peaches, baby. You can find me on all platforms, which is Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, my Facebook business page, and IG. Okay? Those are all my platforms. And also, please make sure you tune in at His 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. Okay, that's so important. In case you're not able to see me, you riding in the car, doing your thing or whatnot, you can still hear me. And it is definitely internet radio, baby. Asia said, keep sipping, girl. Keep sipping. But yes, what's up, Mimi? I see you in the building. Not you, Mama Peach. Love. Tamika in the building. But yes, y'all. So never give up on your dreams. Keep striving for the best. And keep watching Peachy Tea Time. And make sure you subscribe to my page. And make sure you tune in on Wednesday. Yeah, I'm telling y'all now. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know how this is gonna go, y'all. When I put this flyer up, baby, they was in my comments like, "What? You got him on your show? Oh no, take him down. No, no, no. He need to go sit down somewhere." They do not want Bernardo on Peachy Tea Time, baby. But I'm gonna say it now, and I'm gonna say it on Wednesday. At the end of the day, Bernardo is helping, and he's helping bringing people to Peachy Tea Time to tell their loved one's story. And that's what it's about. That's all that it's about. Nothing more, nothing less. Just to come on, tell your loved one's story, get some healing out of it, and also bring awareness. Okay? Belinda said, thanks, cousin, for Peachy Tea Time. May God continue to bless you and all that you do. Thank you, Belinda. And I know he is. I know he is. I pray so much for Peachy Tea Time. I want Peachy Tea Time to grow. I want Peachy Tea Time to be able to make sure my kids have nothing that they have to want for. Nothing at all. Their needs are met. And also, most importantly, I want to be able to make a difference. I want to be able to make a difference. I want to be able to help people because that's what I'm here for, to help. So that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I really, really appreciate it. My Cash App is down below, which is Kier17. Don't forget that $, baby. And that is truly, truly, truly just to help Peachy Tea Time grow. That's what it's about. Helping it grow, buying more products, just doing anything that I can to support this brand that I have, that I created. This is my baby, y'all. Peachy Tea Time is my baby. This is one of my kids, okay? And I want to see it grow just like I want to see my own kids grow and be successful. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all do. I know y'all do. So we finna get off of here. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget, check me out on Wednesday, May 11th. Me and Jason gonna be in the building, baby, with Bernardo, making probably a lot of people mad. But guess what? They gonna tune in. They gonna see what Bernardo talking about. Bernardo, let me give y'all a little insight. Bernardo was showing pictures of dead people. But we're going to see why he was doing all that. I ain't saying that was a good thing that he should have been doing that. But I know one thing. He better have an explanation on why he was doing that. Bernardo, you better tell us why you did that. So we finna get out of here, y'all. You know what you got to do. You already know. You got to listen to my baby. Here she go. And then here come both of them after that.
PG time.